the recording. So let's start it now at least. Yeah, and we stopped at vocabulary. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and here we had some quite difficult expressions as well. Yeah. Oh my God.
Again.
Okay.
So exercise 3,
Yeah,
if I'm
I
not mistaken.
think, yeah, three. Yeah, we stopped here. We should cover the sentences. See if you can remember the verbs that were used with these nouns and noun phrases. Oh my God.
No, I don't remember.
I think that maybe let's first look through the vocabulary in exercise 2. Yeah, just to refresh it. Never mind. Week's notice, get subsidized journalist work, compassionately, great work. Pension absenteeism. Took his employers to a tribunal. Okay, I think I still won't remember it. Actually.
Yeah.
So let's just maybe
let's just name them.
Yeah. Okay. A week's notice. So I think that it might be actually give a week's notice, also receive a week's notice, and what else? That's it, I guess.
Yeah, probably there are just 2 variants.
So yeah, and here it was to give. I have to give my boss a week's notice. So yeah. Okay. So the next one. Let's maybe just assume which collocations are possible, yeah, and then check them if we're right. Compassionate leave.
Compassionate leave. Grant a compassionate leave.
Okay, yeah, or maybe something like pay or fund, not fund, but sponsor compassionate leave. Is it possible?
Yeah, probably just to get or give, if
Or
not grant.
take, maybe take compassionate leave,
Yeah.
Or maybe to be on compassionate leave, yeah.
Nice. Okay, so probably that's it.
So, and let's check. And in the text it was granted. I was granted 2 months
Yeah.
compassionate leave. Okay. So the next one. Early retirement.
I haven't used it like the noun to go.
To go, yeah, to
don't
go
know.
on early retirement, maybe to get, not to get, but to start, to decide. I don't know. To take early retirement, but I'm not sure that it's possible. But actually, to take. Yeah, in the text it was to take early retirement. Okay. So the next one, the state pension. Yeah.
To receive or to get.
Yeah, agree. And also maybe to live on. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? To spend. Yeah. Not to be satisfied with. Yeah, whatever. And in the text it was Dun. My God. To live on the state pension.
So
Okay.
yeah, you're right. Okay, a crackdown.
Oh my God. I actually don't remember what it is.
The same.
Okay.
It was with absenteeism.
So crackdown, it's a situation in which someone starts to deal with bad or illegal behavior in a more severe way. So crackdown, it's like when you just как затянуть гайки, yeah? So a crackdown.
We use it as a noun, so don't remember.
Maybe something like start a crackdown, or not to use, but maybe also spark. I don't know. Okay. And
what do we have in the text?
Yeah, in the text we have to launch.
Launch?
Yeah, to launch a bit of a crackdown. Okay. We definitely have to. So, do we have anything to discuss this vocabulary? Answer the questions. Okay. So I think we will later. We will have to answer the questions, and we will have to use this as much as possible, because I'm just like a blank sheet of paper.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next one, a tribunal. Can we be under tribunal, for example?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what was it in the text? He took his employers to a tribunal. So take someone to a tribunal, yeah? Okay. Then compensation.
To receive a compensation, to give a compensation.
Yeah. To get, yeah, so yeah, the same. Quite easy one. And actually, and here in the text, it's like somebody was awarded compensation. So like to be awarded compensation on the grounds of unfair dismissal. Okay, on the grounds of. Okay. And the last one. Not the last one. Not the last one. The minimum wage.
Live on minimum wage.
Yeah. And to receive as well, yeah. And maybe to define.
Yeah, you're right.
Or like to, I think in the text it was something like увеличивать, поднимать уровень. So to raise the minimum wage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
And in the text, I see praise. Oh, okay, that's great.
Okay, a lot of opposition. To have a lot of opposition.
And also maybe to like meet, yeah.
Or to fight against. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, and in the text we have face a lot of opposition. Like, okay, so it's
yeah, the same.
The meaning is the same, yeah. So, and the last one, voluntary redundancy.
I don't remember this phrase.
It's like увольнение по собственному желанию, yeah? I
So
think voluntary. Yeah, voluntary redundancy. I don't remember actually. Maybe suffer, like the company suffered from voluntary, or just suffered voluntary redundancy, or maybe start voluntary redundancy.
or face, maybe, I don't know.
Okay, yeah. I think face is also okay. And in the text, it's take voluntary redundancy.
How do we take it? So your decision, you decide to resign and you take a voluntary redundancy.
I guess so, yeah. That's it. Okay, so let's move on, I guess, yeah. And it's exercise 5, yeah, because we discussed the fact file, yeah. So what other perks can you think of for different kinds of jobs? What other perks, like instead, like no, they don't mean salary, like
Peculiarities, maybe something like that.
yeah, okay, so like some other perks, like not taking salary into account, yeah. I don't know, maybe a nice office, well organized, yeah, where you can I don't know actually.
Yeah.
Maybe some discounts for the employees for some services. Um, what else? Like a crash at work for your children if you have children and you don't have like the opportunity to leave your child or children with anyone else while you're working.
Yeah.
Maybe also additional health insurance, like yeah.
Yeah, like they pay for our additional tests. That is not under the usual health insurance. And also the creation of, how do we say it? Trade union, not trade union, but work union.
I think labor union.
Labor union, yeah, labor unions. Because they can definitely help in case of unfair treatment of the factory, I don't know, or the place you work in.
Yeah, agree. So
What perks? What else? Special places for rest if you work in the office and time dedicated for these things, like in Google or in general space. There you can go and I don't know, relax and how do you say it?
And maybe like drift off the work,
Yeah,
something like that.
yes, something like that. Yes, you're right.
Okay, yeah. And also maybe some subscriptions to services. For example, I know that many companies, they provide you with the subscriptions to Zoom, for example, and to other services. Yeah, and you also, while working there, you may use these services like for your personal for your personal things as well. Yeah, like for your personal purposes.
Yes, you're right. And also you can, about additional subscriptions, it's not a subscription, but they can pay for your gym. Yeah.
Okay. So Oh, and actually, one in the language center that I used to work last year, so we had a kind of contract, yeah, with a coffee shop nearby. So we had a kind of discount there at the coffee shop. Yeah. So yeah, also a kind
That's
of
also
perk.
sound nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also additional courses that can help you to improve your knowledge or to receive some new information, especially when you work online and as a teacher, because you have to learn a lot as a teacher.
Yeah, yeah. So actually, we also had this opportunity. So if you could find some nice course, yeah, and you could just ask the uh, ask our owner, yeah, like show the course, like, look, this will help me to do
Mhm.
this, and this, and so you could like get a partial payment from for this course from the owner, so something like that.
Mhm.
Okay, nice. Yeah. So the next one, under what circumstances do you think it's okay to grant workers compassionate leave? Hmm.
Mhm.
So I believe that if, for example, your relative dies, yes, or like close relative,
Mhm.
or maybe a pet.
I mean, it's important, but who in our worlds of bureaucracy will give you a compassionate leave because of your pet? I think it's only a really understanding person could do it.
Yeah, definitely. So, and I think in Russia it's almost impossible, but maybe it depends on the company. Yeah. So, but I have never encountered such companies that
Mhm.
uh
Okay.
okay. So actually,
So the death of the relative, maybe some kind of serious disease, for example, heart attack, and
mhm,
like you need 1 day just to go there and to be with your relative for this period of
mhm.
time, like from 1 to 3 days, and it's okay to get a compassionate leave.
Yeah. So actually, I believe that we have something like that. So, for example, I know that when you if you work for if you work for a company like oh my God, how do we call it? По закону, по трудовому договору, yeah. So like if you work officially, yeah. Um, uh, so according to our law, um, you have the right to get 3 days off, if I'm not mistaken, in case of your relative's death. So it's like I believe that it's
Hmm.
it's true. And also you can take some days off when your child uh, is ill. Yes, so like you take
Yeah.
the sick leave, yeah, to take care about your child. And also I think it's possible to do the same with your sick relative. Yeah, so if you have the sick relative, so you also take the sick leave to take care of this relative, like in case he or she can't take care of themselves. Um, yeah, but actually, I don't know if it is if it really works in our country.
About sick children definitely works because all of the people are taking these sick leaves, especially. So I know it because when I worked as a teacher, my second teacher I worked in pair with, she almost never worked. She always took sick leave because of her child. Yeah, and actually it was really funny because I had before her I had two people I worked with, and they both resigned, not resigned, but they took their maternity leave because they were pregnant.
Hmm.
And the third one was with the child, so she took sick leave. So it was hard to work there. Yeah. So yeah. And about relatives' death, I don't know if it's just your days off or if it's compassionate leave, but yeah, it's also possible to take it.
Yeah, I'm not sure that in our country there is such a thing like compassionate leave. Yeah, but I think that we can call it a kind of compassionate leave, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Just
yeah.
the name is different.
Okay. So, on what grounds is it okay to sack someone? Uh, on grounds of incompetitiveness,
Um,
maybe.
I mean, if they intrude their, I forgot 1 second. We still have to Google how to say it.
You mean like трудовое законодательство?
Yeah, трудовой договор, трудовое законодательство.
So I believe that трудовое законодательство can be called like law legislation, or sorry, work or labor legislation. And if we're speaking about трудовой кодекс, so it shows me like labor code, but let's check it.
And трудовой контракт, трудовой договор, employment contract or labor contract.
Yeah.
Employment contract, labor contract, yeah. Contract of employment. So then can we say intrude? Time, written,
Intrude, you mean like break, like нарушать, yeah? Or,
yes.
oh my God, we have a better word for that. Just a moment. Not breach, but maybe breach, actually.
Violate.
Violate, yes, sure.
Yeah. So if a person violates a labor contract, so you can sack this person, so that's okay.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. And also, I believe that you can sack, but actually it's not quite a sack. Yeah, so if a person is incompetitive and you took some attempts to educate them, yeah, and to teach them how to do something, but still the work is not the work doesn't satisfy you. Oh my God, what's wrong today?
That's
Doesn't
okay.
satisfy you. I believe that this also could be a reason for sacking, but usually in such cases, you are asked to take a voluntary redundancy. Yeah, so you are
Yeah.
not like sacked, but you are asked to take a voluntary redundancy.
Yeah, in most cases, you're asked to do this thing because, like, the employer doesn't, yeah, employer doesn't want to do anything like with a thing of sacking because you can go to a trial in this case, and if something is done not according to the law, you can prove it, and they have to compensate you a lot of things.
Yeah. So in case, so you might take your boss to a tribunal. Yeah. So in case you were dismissed unfairly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure actually that it works in our country, but still. So
it does work. So, but
really, okay.
yeah, there are some cases you can see them in the news, but again, it's not like really quite often thing because again, we don't really work with the law and the process is too long. It's sometimes it costs even more than the compensation you get. So it's just you just take it because of your principles, and that's the reason.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one, yeah. Are crashes common in workplaces in your country? Do you think they're a good idea? I don't think that they are common in our country. Um, and I'm sure that they are a good idea because in this case you feel much calmer if you have the opportunity to come to your child during your working day. So, and I'm sure that it influences positively your work.
Yeah,
Like,
you don't have to worry about the child because in any case, like 5 minutes and you're here with him or her.
hmm,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it can work in huge companies. I think in Moscow we can see it, but in Russia, so I can see a lot of factories. For example, we have Unilever
Hmm.
factory, we have Haval factory, and no things like, and there are no crashes there. So I'm not sure that we have something like that anywhere, or maybe I just don't have enough information.
Hmm. Yeah, so actually, I know a lot of people working in huge companies actually, and even international companies, but they don't have
Mhm.
crashes as far as I know. So yeah, maybe here in Russia it's not common.
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely. Okay,
that's
so
sad. Hmm.
yeah, unfortunately.
Okay, what's the state pension like in your country? uh,
10,000 troubles, starting from 10,000 troubles, and I think around 30,000, something like that.
mhm.
30,000 to
Actually,
40.
I'm not sure that I believe that it can be even less than 10,000, no?
I mean, if you don't work, you have never worked in your life, or officially, I mean,
Uh-huh.
probably, because you have to get at least a minimum wage to get it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so well, I believe that I won't get any pension, like maybe 10,000 ruble, and because I have very little experience, I mean, with the use of like, oh my God, how do we call it? Labor book, yeah. So I had only 3 places of work in my life where I was officially registered and where my employer paid taxes for me. So that's why I believe that I have to save for my pension, like myself, and to think
Yeah.
about my future.
Yeah, and actually, the state services are not so good because, if you do it on your own, of course, it takes a lot of pressure because you have to like take some money off your salary to put it somewhere for the future. It's hard to do it because,
Mm-hmm,
like, I live now, why should I do it for the future? Yeah,
mm-hmm,
and in cases with our, and not only with our like government, because actually it's quite common thing in different countries where they like delay the age of retirement.
mm-hmm,
So yeah, there is opportunity with that after like what, 40 years,
mm-hmm,
40, a little bit more than 40 years, 43 years, for me at least, we won't be able to receive any pension. So we have to do it for ourselves. Yeah, I had only one place, so like state school, but actually in our, as a self-employed person, you can also send some percent of your salary to the пенсионный, что? Пенсионный, как он
pension
называется?
fund, I guess, maybe, or
Yeah, how do we call it in Russian? Пенсионный фонд.
Yeah, пенсионный фонд.
Sorry. Yes, and to save for our, yes, pension fund, you are right.
Yeah, but actually, I believe that saving money, like sending money to the pension fund, doesn't give you any perks. So I think it's much like more reliable, yeah, and perspective to start investing, maybe, yeah, because actually I'm not quite aware about the conditions of these bank accounts on of the pension fund. Yeah, but I'm sure that the oh my God, percent rates, yeah, are much lower than possible percent rate in case you invest this money in some shares and stocks and so on and so forth. So I decided to start investing. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that there is even a thing called so I try to pass this course like for 3 years. That's how I'm interested in financial situation in my life. But I know there is really bad, but it's a amazing course of RASH, школа экономики, в общем.
Okay, yeah. So it's HSE, yes, it's Higher School of Economics.
Yeah. And yeah, you can see how it works, what to do to get your pension, how to invest. But you have to deal with real mathematics there. So you have to count percent of the of inflation and the percentage of the bank to get a profit. Because if you just put money away, they will lose its own worth from time to time.
Yeah, so actually this is the thing, and I can share with you. So I follow one investment blogger, so financial blogger, and she's a very charismatic woman. So of course she advertises her courses a lot, and yeah, so of course they all do it, but she's a very like very experienced woman, and I really admire her, and she enthuses enthuses me a lot. So her name is Olga Gagaladze, and so she explains all these investment things in a very like affordable manner. Yeah, so it's she makes difficult things quite easy to understand. And maybe once I will start her course, like, yeah. But already now I got someone, I started doing some investment some time ago, and already now I have like more than 9% of income, like, and it's more than bank, not accounts, but bank. Oh my God, how to вклады? So bank. What?
Let's Google it. Let's Google.
Yeah.
We didn't have
deposit, of course, deposit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's at least 2% more than bank deposits offer. So, and I think it's already a really nice result, like for the beginning.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. That you began there at school, because like it is already something.
Yeah. So, and I decided that yeah, I have to do this. I have to start it right now. Yeah, because nobody is going to take care of me.
Yeah.
In our country.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but so that's it.
Yeah. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
You can not answer it because maybe
Uh-huh.
it's too personal. I don't know. How old are you?
27.
Oh, okay. I am 26 this year.
Ah,
So
okay. So just
oh
1 year of
yeah,
difference.
yeah, okay.
So
Okay.
actually, I'm in a like in a month, I will be 28. So like
Oh, I'm
yeah.
also September. So yeah, September is here. So yeah, I am going to be 27. Oh, 26, 26. So
Okay. So 2 years.
two
Okay. So
years.
I'm
Yeah,
going to be
2 years.
28. So yeah,
But that's okay. That's not such a huge.
yeah. So I decided that I have to do it.
Yeah, I also have to start it because like the pension is closer and closer, and I do nothing according my financial station.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So we will handle it. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
one day.
Ah,
Okay.
okay. So the next one. Why do you think there is so much absenteeism? What's the best way to tackle the problem? I again forgot what's absenteeism.
Mm.
So
So it just when you don't go to work and don't give a notice about it, if I'm not mistaken.
absenteeism, just a moment. A situation in which people are not at school or work when they should be. Okay. So yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
Because they don't want to work.
Yeah, and maybe the rules there are not so strict because, for example, when you work for a school, even if you are not going to visit in the morning, you have to call and say that I'm sick. I'm going to go to the, I don't know, to the hospital or
Mhm.
something like that, or I take my day off without payment, but I'm not going to be there. If I don't give a notice, so that's going to be a horrible situation because children are going to be there alone.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So
Yeah. So I guess that only people working in offices can afford these, but actually,
yeah,
I'm not sure that it's um like it's just rude. So it's not like the corporate culture. So you can't do it
mhm.
actually.
Yeah. In any case, it sounds really strange because I think you're going to be fired after 2 or 3 such things. Because
Mm-hmm.
what's the point of your working there if you are not going to at least give a notice about your absence?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agree. So, and why so much absenteeism? So, actually, in Russia, I'm not. I don't know about this. I don't know the statistics on this topic, but I'm not. I'm sure that in Russia, people in most cases they come to work and they at least give a notice. Yeah, when they are not going to come to work. But maybe I live in the perfect world or something like
Yeah,
that.
I think the case when you're not going to be there, it's the case when you're not going to be in this job like at all. For example, you don't work with a contract, and so you can just not go there, and that means that you're like resigned or
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, and the best way to tackle the problem, actually, I'm not sure, but to create the conditions won't uh, that won't let the employee to do such things,
Mm-hmm.
and also maybe some like to launch a bit of a crackdown on this topic, yeah, and also to create such working conditions that would be um, so good for the
Mm-hmm.
employee so that he or she like they won't think about doing such things. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's again like rope and gingerbread. I don't know how to say it in English.
hmm.
Okay.
Oh
So
yeah, I saw this. Oh my God, I saw this phrase not so long ago. Just a moment.
yeah,
Uh,
okay.
Oh gosh. I saw this phrase somewhere. Gosh. Carrot and stick. Yeah.
Ah, bread and stick. Okay.
No,
Oh,
no,
quite close to
not
Russian.
bread, not bread, carrot. Like you are like with the donkey, yeah?
Yeah,
Coconut.
yeah, I
So,
understand.
so
Oh gosh,
carrot for a donkey and stick, yeah, for him. Yeah.
for him. Okay, okay, sounds kind of similar to Russian, but I like Russian equivalent more. Okay,
Okay.
so carrot and stick. Yeah, so to make it so good during the work hour that they would be so it would be perfect for them to be there, and at the same time make the rule about absenteeism so strict that it would be not profitable for them to do it. But again, according to the law. So, for example, you can't you can fine these
Mm-hmm.
people, but because it's not legal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agree. Okay, so and the last one, yeah. So how does the workforce become casualized?
What is casualized?
I also forgot. So casualize. Casualize. Hmm. So casualization is the process of work or jobs becoming less likely to be regular or permanent. So yeah, we discussed it last time. So casualization is when you don't work regularly. So you like work occasionally.
Ah,
Uh-huh.
like
So,
freelancer, or in case like because I am a freelancer, but I work regularly, so no casualized. I mean, I have new students and old students, but my hours of working time are defined. So I
mm-hmm,
can't say that. I mean, I can't change them, but I can't say that I don't want to work this time, but like
mm-hmm,
for a week. No,
mm-hmm,
it's they are my holidays if I do it like this. But
mm-hmm. Yeah, but if, for example, one of your group stops, like finishes like the
Mhm.
course, yeah, so it means that you have slots, yeah, free slots.
Yeah, free slots, and they will be likely fulfilled by
Uh-huh,
that. So yeah, if you have open slots, they are going to be fulfilled.
uh-huh. Okay. So, but I think it's also a kind of casualization, yeah, because like
Definitely.
in case so there are no new groups, yeah, so these slots they will be like free and you won't get more money, yeah, because I believe that
Mm-hmm.
in our profession, yeah, when we don't work, we don't get
Yeah,
money.
we
Yes, we
don't
get
get
money.
money. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's difficult like this.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you don't have to sit in the office for the same amount of money. For example, so if I work more, I get more money. If I work less, I get less money. But at the same time, I don't overwork. In the office, we have a absolutely different situation. It doesn't matter if you work more or less. In general, you get the same amount of money unless you like uh work overtime, and sometimes overtime isn't like paid off like at all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So and what was the question? How does the work become casualized? So how does the workforce become casualized?
So people
Uh,
don't want to work there like so they want to get money for that what they do, and to like to get something like that.
yeah, and also I guess employees, oh sorry, employers, they
Employers.
want, yeah, they want to pay only for the amount of job done, yeah, but not to like pay money for people just sitting in an office, yeah, and doing nothing when they don't have work. So I think, yeah, this is how it happens. Okay. Ah, so that's interesting. That's interesting because I realized that I have very little knowledge about our labor system and
Yeah,
our labor.
unfortunately. Yeah, that's how we work.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I think that we can stop here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
mm.
Okay. Good.
And yeah. Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm so sorry
That's
for.
that's fine. That's totally fine. Don't worry.
Okay, good. Okay. Thank you a lot. Have a good weekend and see you.
Thank you. See you. Yeah. Bye bye.